have learned to put the bottom on first with Oratex. And the reason we like the bottom on first is anytime you have a wing, you can get dust, you can get pieces of safety wire, whatever in your wing. And then when you're flying, it can work and get underneath the leading edges. Is so that we can, after we've glued it on, we've got it attached, we can then come and we can glue the aft edge of the leading edge down, okay? Because we want it glued across this line so that any dust or dirt that gets in the wing can't work its way and be visible in this area. Okay, secondly, another thing we do is when we do Oratex is we put our VGs on the metal, and then they're glued on really good because they're glued to the metal instead of the fabric. And then we shrink our Oratex over our VGs until it pulls super tight, and then we use a razor and then we just slit it, and then it sets down. So we put a little bit of glue around each one, so after that then we can come with an iron and glue it down around all the VGs so there's no openings there. We're in the process. Another thing we do is we put our P-stall flaps from Alaska Airframes, and we put the beef up brakes, the beef up to the false spar we put on before we cover, so it's cosmetically better. It's not attached outside your fabric. So underneath the fabric, we have our P-stall flap beef up brackets. If you've noticed, the hinges are drilled out of here. That's because after you put the fabric on, then the P-stall flap brackets will go on. They're already fitted. That's why the bolts are in here. We fit them on the bench so that you don't have to beat them in with a hammer. They're more difficult to install later. Whenever you do any fabric, you notice how we've glued our fabric on the inside concave. No glue sticks good on a negative concave. So we'll take a piece of 016 and we will put a piece of 016 to hold this fabric from pulling away, and then we'll tape over the 016. If you just glue even Seconite, polyfiber, Superflight, they don't like, the glues don't like a negative load. And so we always, no matter what we cover with, we always put a strip to hold it in. So that's about all. We'll talk to you more as we get this further on.